Okay, so in this video, I'm going to demonstrate how you can take the typed transcript, utilize a tool like Google Gemini or ChatGPT to help you analyze the data and pull out the important information. Okay, so remember, we have, the raft method. And the raft, because it's all capital letters, stands for the role, the action, the format, and the task. Okay. That is how you're going to develop your prompt for the AI. Okay. So, for example, you want to identify your role in this scenario. So, your role is, you may even say, a hospitality student. And my group interviewed industry professional for a class project. Okay, so that's my role. We will present the results of our interview to our classmates. So that's my role. You're getting AI into the mindset of how they want to present the information. Okay. So that's my role. The action is the presentation. The format. Can you please help me review the transcript of our interview and provide and summarize the information into bullet statements. Summarize the important information into bullet statements. Actually, not even into bullet statement. Oh yeah, into bullet statements or PowerPoint slide contents. Okay. You don't have to check your spelling, but I do. So that's the format. You're telling me the format. Okay. And the task, again, is kind of built into that as well. Okay. So, oops. Let me delete this first part. Now we just come right over to our transcript. We copy and paste this directly into our chat. Let's keep our fingers crossed this works. Like I said, remember, we're going to learn together. So I hit enter and it's thinking. And so here are some slide recommendations that you can use, those 3 slides that help summarize that paragraph of their their professional background and career trajectory. Okay. And so if you want to, you could copy and paste this directly into PowerPoint. Okay. Obviously, we don't want to do slide 1. We would take that part out, right? But let's use the information that I did before. So I'm going to copy this and then I go into PowerPoint. Okay. I go to view and outline view. Okay, I copy and put that into PowerPoint. Of course, I'm going to delete slide one. And this is the title of my slide, Professional Background and Career Trajectory. So I come here to entry point and I hit tab. Oops, what happened? Control Shift tab. Nope, I take that back. Hold on. Control Z, Z. There we go. I'm going to hit enter and then tab over. That's my entry point. Rapid ascent, bar back, assistant manager achieved. The title, this key insight right here. This is something that you might consider making into your notes that you're going to say, but maybe not have on the slide, right? So in your notes, as you give your presentation, that's what AI is telling you. The key insight from this section is this information, okay? And then where it says slide two, we come here, hold down the shift button and the tab. That's going to start the new slide. That creates our new title, okay? And then that's where you have the motivation for change, initial role, value alignment, current position. Slide three, hold down the shift, hit the tab button. It's going to go back to slide three. Okay. Long-term passion, early experience, events, and core value. Okay.
Good night, sir.
Thank you as well. All right. So now I've just taken that information. You still have to go back and review it, right? Because you're going to present this. So this is just you developing the content, and then you have to go back and review it so you feel like you're an expert in presenting the information. Okay? So I'm going to go back to normal view. I have my three slides. Of course, now I can come back here too, and I forgot to delete that one. Okay? We good so far? Now check this out. Highlight this. These are my bullet statements, right? I'm going to copy. I'm going to copy these bullet statements. I come up here to insert, smart art. I just want to do just a regular block list. I hit OK. Highlight these, clear everything out, and I paste this in here. Okay. Now, the long-term passion, that's the heading, right? So then I hit enter and tab. So I hit enter, but then when I hit tab over, it puts it into a bullet statement on there.
Mr. Enos,
Mm-hmm.
tab over, you just mean hit the tab.
Hit the tab button.
Okay.
Correct. Yep, exactly. Good question. And so now I've taken this slide with a title to this right here. Using the tools. That's part of this project is also developing presentations. Okay. And so it's going to take time. I do it very quickly because I do it a lot, right? Because I've had a lot of experience with it. It's going to take you some time, and that's okay. But that's the purpose of this, is that it takes a little bit of time. So have some grace as with each person as you are working on the different areas that you're going to be working on. Okay. Um, and then before you leave, I do want to make sure that we have the PowerPoint shared with each other with each person. Okay. Um, so questions, comments, concerns about this, about how I went from this paragraph to this Google right here. Not off the top of your head. Okay, that's fine. You and so you could, let me look at this PowerPoint real quick just to see. So you see how in Google Gemini it has these arrows, right? When we copy and paste it into PowerPoint, it says right arrow. Okay. So of course, we're going to delete that. Okay. So again, this is where you have to edit. You can't present this. You have to edit it. Okay. If you want to, hit some spaces and you could insert an arrow if you wanted to. You could do that. Or, like I mentioned before, with that smart art, there's a process and you can put this here. So bar back to bartender to server. And that shows that progression. Okay. So this is advanced. Okay. So I don't want you to think that every slide has to have smart art. Every slide has to be beautiful and graphic, right? Um, this is advanced. If you had this on here, that would be totally fine. If you just had with this arrow, that would be fine as well. Okay. So not every slide has to be flashy because you want to give people a break from all the flashiness. Okay. Remember, this key insight, this is where this is something information that you would definitely not put on the slide, but you would maybe put in your notes. So you're not reading from the slide, but you might also put that in your notes. Okay. Does that make sense? Okay, cool.